Amber's journey, rooted, blooming, and whole, is a heartwarming tale of growth and connection. In a vibrant forest, Amber, a young fox, struggles to balance her family's expectations with her desire for fulfillment. Guided by Whim, a wise willow tree, she learns mindfulness and compassion, transforming her relationships and finding inner peace. As Amber practices self-acceptance, she helps her family heal, creating harmony that extends to the forest around her. This inspiring story reminds readers that challenges are opportunities to grow and nurture the bonds that make us whole.
Chapter 5: Blossoming Through Mindfulness. In the tranquil heart of the forest valley, Amber returned to Whim, the wise willow tree, to seek more guidance on finding peace amid her daily struggles. Though she had grown in understanding her parents, Amber still found it challenging to stay centered in her emotions. Whim listened intently, her leaves swaying gently as if absorbing Amber's worries, and then, with her calming presence, began to share the teachings Amber needed most.
Amber, everything, your thoughts, your fears, your joys, is a flow of energy. Just as the river moves without holding on to the stones within, you too can observe your feelings without attachment. Observe each thought as a leaf floating by, but let it drift without clinging.
Amber nodded, finding comfort in Whim's wisdom. Yet, the young fox still felt unsure about staying in the present, when her mind often pulled her in all directions.
But Whim, how do I stop my thoughts from wandering everywhere? It feels impossible to just be still.
Let me guide you through a practice that will help. Close your eyes, Amber, and breathe deeply. Notice the air moving through you. Don't try to control it, just observe.
Amber followed Whim's instructions, inhaling deeply as the crisp forest air filled her lungs. She released her breath slowly, allowing her anxieties to dissolve with each exhale.
Now, as you breathe, imagine drawing in the calm of the forest. Feel the scent of the pines, the gentle rustle of the leaves, the quiet hum of the earth around you. Let each breath bring you closer to this peace, and with each exhale, imagine releasing your worries like fallen leaves, letting them drift on the breeze. These worries don't define you. Whenever a thought arises, whether it's worry or frustration, don't push it away, but acknowledge it gently. Think of it as a cloud passing in the sky. Watch it drift by without attaching to it, then return your focus to your breath. This way, you remain the observer, not the participant, in your thoughts. Feel the earth beneath you. Sense its steady support, like the roots that ground each tree. The earth supports you in every moment, just as it holds the entire forest. Let this moment be your anchor.
Amber's paws felt the cool, solid ground beneath her, and a deep, unwavering sense of safety grew within her. She realized that right here, in this very breath and place, she had all she needed. Her own grounding, her breath, and the peace of the forest.
Now, slowly, open your eyes, Amber. Carry this stillness with you. Mindfulness is not about silencing your mind or controlling every thought. It's about observing and releasing them, embracing the present moment as it is. With practice, this calm will become a part of you, even amid life's storms.
Thank you, Whim. I feel lighter, as if my burdens have scattered like leaves. I'll practice this every day, just as you've taught me.
That's the way, dear one. Remember, mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. Each step brings you closer to yourself. Be patient and gentle with yourself as you walk this path.
From that day on, Amber made it a habit to meditate by the lake each morning, practicing the mindfulness techniques Whim had taught her. As time passed, Amber noticed a change not only within herself, but also in her interactions with her family. She approached conversations with more patience, meeting her parents' words with understanding instead of frustration. Through this connection, Amber found that her path forward was not only clearer, but also rooted in a calm that could weather any storm.
Chapter 6. Sharing the Bloom. Through meditation, Amber even felt as if she could connect to the very essence of her parents' souls. No longer focused on their criticisms, she began to sense the deep love beneath their words.
Each morning and evening by the tranquil lake near Whim, she would sit quietly, attuning her breath to the natural rhythms of the forest. With every meditation, her inner anxiety softened, replaced by a profound peace and sense of focus. One day, as she sat meditating by the lake, Amber's parents, Mara and Eldrin, happened to pass by. They watched with curious disbelief, unable to understand her dedication to such stillness.
Look at her, just sitting there. There's so much to do, and she's simply sitting.
It doesn't seem practical. All this sitting and meditating won't solve any real problems.
Amber, sensing her parents' doubts, remained undeterred. She had come to understand that mindfulness wasn't an escape from reality. It was a source of strength to face it. One day, Amber gently invited her parents to join her by the lake. She hoped they might experience the peace she had found.
Mom, Dad, would you like to try meditating with me? It may seem strange, but it brings me so much calm. I'd love to share that with you.
Do we really have to? There's work to be done.
Time is precious, Amber. But if it means that much to you, we'll give it a try.
Amber led them to a soft patch of moss, encouraging them to close their eyes and focus on their breath. At first, her parents struggled, their thoughts racing back to daily concerns. Yet gradually, Amber's calm presence eased their minds, and a new stillness settled over them. As they sat in silence, years of tension seemed to dissolve, replaced by an unfamiliar calm. After the session, Mara and Eldrin opened their eyes, both surprised by the experience.
That feeling, I never thought I could feel so at peace. All my worries felt distant.
I felt it too, Amber. There's a clarity I don't often feel. Perhaps we've been neglecting something within ourselves.
Amber's heart swelled. She knew that while her parents' perspectives might not change overnight, this small shift was a start. She felt hopeful that with patience, her parents might also come to appreciate the power of mindfulness. Amber's meditation deepened, bringing her a profound peace that reached beyond her initial expectations. She discovered a spiritual awareness that connected her not only to herself, but to her parents on a deeper level. Through this newfound understanding, Amber began to let go of her long-held frustrations, replacing them with compassion.
All my struggles came from resistance. Now, as I let go, my inner conflict fades, replaced by peace and clarity. Their love was there all along. I just couldn't see it because I was so focused on my own pain.
This awakening brought healing to Amber's heart. She realized that this love, present even through their struggles, was the source of her own strength and resilience. Through acceptance and understanding, Amber found herself liberated from her victim mentality. She no longer saw herself as constrained by her parents' limitations, but rather as empowered by their love, however imperfect it had been.
Chapter 7. A Spirit of Co-Prosperity and Inclusiveness. A lightning storm that sparked a wildfire in the forest revealed a profound truth to Amber, embracing the spirit of co-prosperity and inclusiveness is vital for navigating life's ever-changing landscape. With every breath, she realized that we are not separate from the forest, but part of a continuous exchange with the universe's energy, a dynamic flow that transforms challenges into opportunities for growth and renewal.
Amber's journey into mindfulness deepened, sharpening her sensitivity to energy and enhancing her inner harmony. What began as a personal exploration soon evolved into a profound realization. On a clear morning, Amber wandered alone along a forest path, breathing in the fresh scent of pine and listening to the soft chirping of birds. Sunlight filtered through the canopy, scattering dappled patterns of light on the ground. Unknowingly, she arrived at a clearing where an overwhelming sense of connection filled her heart. A connection not just to the forest, but to the infinite source of life itself. Amber sat cross-legged, closed her eyes, and allowed her breath to synchronize with the rhythm of the forest. She felt the pulse of the earth beneath her, the quiet breath of the trees, and the gentle touch of the breeze, all weaving together into a silent, infinite symphony.
I am not an isolated being. I am a channel of this source. The energy that flows through me flows through the trees, the earth, and the sky. This is abundance, not possessions or wealth, but the infinite connection that sustains all life.
In that moment, Amber realized that the forest wasn't just a collection of individual entities, but a unified expression of life. She understood that the source of energy nourishing the forest also nourished her, creating a harmonious cycle of giving and receiving. When she returned home, Amber noticed how this understanding transformed her perception of her family and the people around her. The small irritations and disagreements that once disrupted her peace now seemed inconsequential within the greater context of oneness and abundance.
Each of us is like a tree in the forest. We may appear separate, but we are rooted in the same source. Our connection nourishes us all, and when we treat one another with love and understanding, we access the abundance that this connection offers.
This insight shaped Amber's daily life. She began practicing this resonance with nature, her family, and her community in every moment. Whether helping her parents with chores, talking to friends, or smiling at a stranger, she felt the energy flowing through these interactions, recognizing them as opportunities to align with the source.
Our world is an expression of oneness and abundance. When we live in harmony with this truth, we discover that solutions, joy, and strength are always available to us.
One fateful day, a lightning storm sparked a wildfire in the forest. The flames spread quickly, crackling and consuming everything in their path. Amber, feeling the tension in the air and the fear of the animals, knew she had to act swiftly.
The fire is real, but so is the source that sustains us all. I trust this connection to guide me through.
With steady resolve, Amber rallied the animals, calming their panic and leading them to a natural fire break. After the fire, Amber returned to the damaged areas, her heart heavy with the sight of ash-covered ground and burned trees. Yet, instead of despair, she felt hope. She knew that abundance was not lost, but waiting to emerge in new forms. The cycle of destruction and renewal was a reflection of the source's infinite creativity.
This is not an ending. It is a beginning. The source flows through every seed, every root, and every breath. Together we will restore this forest to greater abundance than before.
She mobilized the animals to help. Birds scattered seeds, small mammals tilled the soil, and Amber herself planted saplings, carefully selecting species that would thrive in the recovering environment. Each act of care strengthened her bond with the forest and reaffirmed her belief in the cycle of renewal.
The source is always present, offering renewal, strength, and joy. When I align with it, I see challenges as opportunities and life cycles as expressions of oneness and abundance.
This awareness empowered Amber to face uncertainty with resilience and hope. She realized that true prosperity lay not in material wealth, but in the harmony and connections she cultivated with the world around her. As the forest began to recover, sprouting green shoots and new life, Amber felt her spirit grow alongside it. The source that flowed through her also flowed through every living being, binding them in a shared journey of growth and renewal.
Chapter 8 Full Bloom. Amber's journey was a testament to the power of resilience, compassion, and connection. A reminder that when we nurture the world nurtures us in return.
As time passed, the forest grew lush and vibrant once more, its recovery a testament to the cycle of life and renewal. Amber, now deeply rooted in her understanding of mindfulness, compassion, and resilience, stood amidst the towering trees, her heart brimming with gratitude. The relationships Amber once struggled to mend now thrived with mutual understanding and respect. Her parents, Mara and Eldrin, though initially resistant, had softened, opening themselves to Amber's perspective. The family's bonds deepened, not because they had become perfect, but because they had learned to embrace each other's imperfections. Together, they began to navigate life's uncertainties with a newfound spirit of co-prosperity and inclusiveness.
This journey has shown me that harmony is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to find balance within it. By nurturing my roots in understanding and love, I can bloom in ways I never thought possible.
Amber's growth didn't stop with her family. The forest itself became a reflection of her inner transformation. Animals and plants alike thrived under her care, their vibrant energy resonating with Amber's own. She realized that the love and harmony she shared with the world created ripples far beyond what she could see. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Amber returned to Whim, the ancient willow tree who had guided her through her most challenging moments. Sitting beneath Whim's branches, she closed her eyes, feeling the hum of the universe around her.
You've taught me so much, Whim, about the strength of mindfulness, the beauty of connection, and the resilience of love. I feel ready now, ready to walk my path with confidence and grace.
Amber, you have always had the strength within you. Remember, every moment is a chance to renew, to deepen your connection with the world, and to bloom anew. Your journey is far from over, but your heart is now your compass. Trust it, and you will always find your way.
As Amber gazed out at the forest, the stars beginning to twinkle above, she felt a profound sense of unity. The forest, her family, her journey, all were part of a greater whole, a vast, interconnected tapestry of life. She understood now that true fulfillment came from living in harmony with this intricate web, embracing its cycles and sharing its energy with others. With each breath, Amber reaffirmed her place in the world, not as an isolated being, but as a part of something infinitely larger, infinitely more beautiful. Her roots were deep, her spirit was blooming, and she felt whole.
I am rooted in love, blooming in connection, and whole in harmony with the universe. This is only the beginning.
And with that, Amber stepped forward, her heart open, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. The forest hummed around her, a gentle reminder that she was never truly alone. The cycles of life would continue, and within them, Amber would continue to grow, to heal, and to thrive. Her journey was a testament to the power of resilience, compassion, and connection. A reminder that when we nurture the world nurtures us in return. And so, with the forest as her guide and her heart as her compass, Amber's story of co-prosperity and inclusiveness blossomed into a legacy of love and light, one that would inspire generations to come.